mind that this was going to be realistic? Did you think it was going to actually happen?
I guess, yeah. No, I mean, I saw the potential there. There's 110 million people that regularly use Reddit, and there was a large portion of them that knew about this and were, a part of it, I felt like, So it's just one of those things, like, you didn't know if people were just telling you they're voting for you or how many times they're voting or whatever, So I thought it was definitely a possibility.
Let's go to Bob Pockrass, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockrass, Morning News, also for Josh. So the whole Twitter world's blown up, and half of them are happy, and half of them say, well, you guys somehow gamed the system. Do you care about what people say about how you got in?
I don't necessarily care what people say about it, but yeah, I mean, it's people vote, and the person with the most votes wins. So however you play the game, I guess that's, yeah.
We'll go to the press box.
All I have to say about that.
Yeah. Go to the press box. Go ahead, please.
SpencerMotorsport.com, also for Josh. Can you talk a little bit about, I think Tony Stewart was kind of the guy that lobbied for you when you first got here, and just what a roller coaster ride it's been for you, and then to now have the kind of popularity you could really only dream about. I mean, I know you guys race, for the competition and everything else, but to win the fan vote for this deal, when there have been times when you haven't even known whether or not you were still going to be in a NASCAR race, still driving a NASCAR car, what does this moment feel like?
I mean, if you asked me 2 months ago, there's just no way I would have thought this was possible, and you kind of outlined a little bit of my path, and it was pretty awesome and exciting through my open wheel days driving for Tony and AJ Foyt and seeing success, and it's been really, really hard since I've been out here, So, and one of the challenges that I've faced is just gaining momentum through sponsorship and being in really good opportunities to be able to showcase what I think I can do. And so this is a big deal because obviously we have a lot of people behind us, so hopefully it helps us to build a better program here as we go forward.
Dustin, finish up with Dustin, and actually we'll go to Dustin and my man right here.
Dustin Long, MRN.com. Josh, by making the All-Star race, that's an additional $70,000 or so that your team would not have gotten, and I know that pales in comparison to the money that Clinton, AJ, those teams can have to some degree, but what does $70,000 or more?
Whoa. We're looking for sponsors too every day. Let's back it down a little bit.
What does $70,000 or potentially more $1,000 mean for an organization like you?
Yeah, I mean, it just helps us, I mean, we're able to buy those extra sticker tires on the weekends that we feel like we have a car that's going to be more competitive, and I'm stoked for just Phil Parsons Racing in general about this too. Just Phil really took a leap of faith and just saying, like, we're racing this year, we're going to do whatever it takes to race, and that's what we've been doing, and we've been able to really have some really good speed at some tracks, some tough tracks, Bristol, Darlington. We've had strong run at Fontana till we blew a tire, and so obviously all that little bit of funding helps, but I think probably that's what's more valuable than that is the exposure that's coming from it.
Final question right there. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Josh, have you talked to Phil yet? I know he's up in the booth. And second thing, do you plan on reaching out to Dennis, and what are you going to say to him?
Yeah, I've actually spoken with Dennis because Dennis, when Dennis started this, it was to really fund the car for Talladega, and really the community kind of schemed that whole thing together, and they basically called us and were like, hey, we're raising money, we want to sponsor you, and this is what we want to put on the car, and so it's just this big whirlwind. So when that happened, I reached out to Dennis. I tracked him down, and I actually text message with him all the time now. And he's a cool little kid, so he's gonna come to the Chicago race, and I know he's probably pretty pumped about this.
Well, listen, congratulations to all three. You're gonna make it a better race tomorrow night, and good luck tomorrow night.